everyone. This is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And y'all, I watched that Stacy video. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Now, I have no intention of including that video, the actual video of it, in my video today, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all. When I heard about the video and I went to it, I actually thought that maybe it was going to be some pushing, some shoving, and some roughness, maybe him slapping her or something, which all of those things just by themselves are bad. I did not know that it was going to be to this extent. Now, with that said, I want to talk about what occurred. Y'all, I don't know what in the world he was thinking. I really don't. Now, the little bit that I have read since I watched the video is that she was trying to extend an olive branch, maybe, in allowing him to see their baby. And from what I could get from a video being there, a camera, which was able to capture all this, maybe she suspected that something might happen because of what may have occurred in the past with him. So she probably set that camera up to catch anything. Oh my God. What I will say about him, because I've been reading a lot of comments about, the Becky and when they, and I'm referring to these NFL players, when they get on, they go get them a Becky. Yes, we know that that's true. But in this brother's case, he was way too comfortable in the level of violence that he showed towards her. So my thinking is he wouldn't care. He wouldn't discriminate whether it was white, black, green, purple, yellow, or whatever. This is in his DNA, you know, to be an abuser because slinging her, and I'm not even going to use the word slinging, throwing her across the room, punching her, smacking her. It was, y'all, because I wasn't ready for it. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh shit. I could not even imagine going through that. And then on top of everything that he did to her, their baby, their baby was just feet away on the couch. He even went towards the couch and I think he grabbed a blanket or he was looking for something to hit her with and grabbed a blanket and that the baby may have been sitting on or that was beside the baby. I'm happy that the baby didn't tumble off the couch and maybe some of that stuff that was falling all around didn't fall on the baby. Oh, that was horrible. Now, I've heard that he has since been arrested, you know, and that's a good thing. And I'm going to say this, y'all. I don't think, I don't believe that a restraining order will prevent him from going back to her house. Because think about it. He now knows that she had some type of camera set up. And because of that, the world has seen what he's done to her. And if he is at the point where he is frantic and seeking vengeance, I wouldn't put it past him to go back to the house, going against any type of restraining order and finish that girl off. If I was her, I would move. I would move and ask for some type of protection because I really don't think he's done with her. That video as a woman, and I don't care, again, like I said, I don't care if the woman is white, black, green, or purple. That video, watching that video as a woman, it was almost like I was there with her, you know? And wanting to help her in some way. And when it was all over and he walked out that door and slammed that door behind him, it was almost as if he could care less whether she was really, really hurt or laying there dying. And I can only imagine when that door shut and, those seconds after he shut that door, what was going through that girl's head. Now, as soon as I could have gathered myself, y'all, I would have piled couches, chairs, tables, everything up against that door and called the police because I would have been so scared that he would come back. That shit was disturbing. It was disturbing. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to start coming up with, you know, justifications for what he did. They're going to talk about that he had concussion history and, what did she do to bring this on? Y'all, this is exactly why women don't report when stuff like this happens because in a lot of cases, they are blamed for, you know, what happened to them. I had to remind someone that there is something called battered women syndrome. Even though he had probably battered her, and with the looks of what he did to her on that day, that wasn't the first time he whooped her up, you know, like that. With that on their brain, like I said, there is something called battered women syndrome where it's a cycle of abuse and allowing them back around. And for women who have never gone through that, or for individuals who have never gone through that, they don't understand it. So just because we don't understand why they keep allowing them, the abuser, back into their life, doesn't mean that they deserve what they get. You know, it's a syndrome, a sickness. They get into a cycle of abuse. And it's clear because if he had whooped her up like this before and she allowed him back, the first thing we would be saying is, ooh, girl, she must be crazy. Well, there is a level of sickness to that syndrome. You know, how many women have we heard of that kept going back until the man killed them? You know, and then we all will say, why did she keep going back? She knew that guy was crazy. But then it makes you say, she must be sick because somebody in their right mind would not continue to allow themselves to be beat like that. Y'all, I don't know what they're going to do to him, but restraining order, mm-mm, no. Mm-mm. If I was her, I would get lost in the world. I don't know how far, his clutches reach, but I would pack me and my baby up and I would get lost in the world. Assume a different identity or something because I fear that he's not done with her, especially since he's in all this trouble. Now, on the other hand, I would hope that now that the world has seen what he's done, that he goes somewhere and sit the hell down, you know, and reflect on what he did and how wrong it was. Because, y'all, in when you are raising a son or kids, period, and you don't want to blame what this young man did to this girl on the parents. The only reason why I bring that up is that you got to be present in the upbringing of them. You got to look at and listen to the things that they say to you, or when you're having conversation, their ideas and thoughts on certain subjects, because maybe he displayed some of this when he was a younger man, like a teenager or something. And it was overlooked because as parents we're busy, and let's face it, being a parent doesn't come with a book of instructions. We're learning on the job as we're raising them. And even Even to me, sometimes I'll look at things that my kids say or do now that they're adults, and I'll say something like to myself, ooh, I definitely missed a lesson in this area when they were little because it might be something that I don't agree with. And I'm thinking, did I teach them right on this? You know? So that's the whole reason why I'm bringing up, you know, when we're raising these kids, we gotta be so careful, y'all, because a lot of who they are or what they believe comes directly from us. You know, my mother uses this phrase, uh, when she describes raising kids. She says that there is a difference between being raised up and drug up, meaning that there were some kids that were actually raised where the parents took active role in teaching them morals, values, and all the things that make them a good person. But there are those kids who come from troubled backgrounds, and all that stuff sticks to them when they go out into the world. And they don't know how to handle, situations where there may be conflict, there may be arguments, and, maybe because they watched, stuff like this being done in the home, they don't know no other way. To them, that's how you resolve conflict is with your hands. And I'm not saying that this boy, this young man, actually witnessed anything growing up and that gives him an excuse for what he did. But what I'm saying is, as parents, we have to really pay attention to them when we're raising them. And just looking back on mine and the raising of them, I was working, I was trying to run a home, I was, doing everything. And I know I probably made mistakes. I know that everything that I did probably wasn't the right thing, but I just pray. And I talked to my son about this morning. I just pray that I gave them what they needed to be good people out in this world. Because y'all, oh my God, if I had watched a video where my son was doing this to some woman, I would fall all to pieces. Y'all, I would be so ashamed of him and wondering and worrying about what in his upbringing, you know, may have messed up, which caused him to be an abuser. Because, see, I don't believe this is the first time this guy has ever, abused a woman, whether she be black, white, red, or green. I believe that he was way too comfortable, like I said, in throwing her across rooms, shit falling all around. He was just too comfortable, you know? I don't know, y'all. Just put down in the comments what you think. Did you see the video? If you haven't, brace yourself because y'all, I was not ready. I was not ready. After I watched it, I was like, oh Lord, my heart was pounding, and I wanted to see, you know, other videos of people's critique of what happened, but in those other videos, they also showed, what happened. They had a video of it. So I had to fast forward past it because after seeing it once, I didn't want to see it again, y'all. I did not want to see it again. But I just wanted to get the thoughts of what other people felt after they watched it. You know, were we condoning it or writing it off or what did we think about it? And I'm going to end my video by saying this. Women, be careful who you bring in your life. Like Maya Angelou said, when they show you who they are, believe them. You know, believe them and protect yourself. Because y'all, I know the next day when that girl woke up, I know her body was jacked up. He was punching her, slapping her, throwing her across the room, shit falling on down. Oh my God. And when she landed on that baby's walker, oh God, oh God. What if, you know what? Y'all know. I was going to say, what if after he shut that door, she was so injured that she couldn't get up and she laid there and died? Then he would be facing a murder charge. And then the baby laying there. If the mother died, then, oh God, who would have been taking care of the baby? Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. And as always, thank you for watching the video and stay safe out there. Bye bye.